Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 95 of Blacklight Settlers. If you would like to participate in Blacklight Settlers and decide the goals for next week, all you gotta do is vote. Go to Rhadamant.com or Discord in the announcements section. The card on the top right of your screen will link you there. Alright, quick recap of the goals. Opening the Ancient Danger, all set. Vex, killing the Lancer, all set. The Elite Charge Lance Squad needs to put on some of the Marine armor, but some of those people are away from base, and let's get rolling. So, I have a warm clothing queue here. I'm going to add all apparel to it. And then additionally, what I'm going to do is to select one of these empty pods and pod in some additional warm clothing. It doesn't really matter how tattered it is, just that it gets there. Wildman and Wild Dad are going to grab the meat from the outpost and the leathers and furs and all that good stuff and come on north with it. I'll leave a little bit for Endelos, but yeah, the vast majority of stuff, even the steel, we're going to bring northbound. So we have most of the prisoners all set. What I'm going to do is set them all to recruit. And what I'm going to do is to put them all into a caravan, walking them home. Because I believe that if I pod them, they won't be treated as prisoners when they land. And I definitely want them to be prisoners. So we will walk them home, but they don't all have warm clothing. If we check their gear, Cauterize, for instance, will die of hypothermia, as will Negative Epiphany. So I need to... actually, you know what? I need to also send pants. What I'm going to do is use the opportunity of sending them to the home tile and also rearranging their clothing. So we have 5 shirts. I'm loading some pants in, and a lot of these are just sort of old hand-me-downs. I don't want them to be tattered if I can help it, because tattered clothing has mood penalties. You know what? I have too many people moving toques. I'm going to have to wait until we reset these toques. Alright. I am not interested in James breaking that seat, so I'm going to punch him out. He's a wimp, so this will be quick and easy, I think. Alright, let's go back and send this stuff. Some of these toques are tattered, but I don't really care. We can always take the toques off. So here's some pants and shirts. And pants, and that's probably enough clothing. Normally I wouldn't punch people out like that, but he's a wimp, so it doesn't require a lot of punching. I do have a bionic leg. I know that Knack needs one. I think a lot of people need legs. The bionic arm I'm not so sure about, though. Oops. That was where he was getting rescued to. So what I want to start to do is... DQ's over his mental rage, whatever. I'm going to unrestrict everyone but Nara. I'm keeping Nara in here because she is... Well, A, she's armored and a good meleeer, so if they try to prison break, she can put them down. And B, she is the natural warden, so she will try to... I set them all to recruit yet? Yes, I did. She'll try to make them happier. So what I'm going to do is kick everyone else out. They can all go home. Alright, Belarose is no longer binging. That's great. I'll cancel load. And this clothing is all set to go. Zelda went berserk. Yeah, I figured I'll just let them sort of sort it themselves. The psychic drone is still happening, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. Sorry, DQ, to have to queue all that stuff up, but luckily, because of the... Okay, hold on. I just don't care about these campfires anymore, so don't even bother refilling them. It's pretty cold. Let me try to... Yep, there we go. Recapture some of the heat. Back at the home tile, is there anything like that for me to do? Nope. All set. Okay, we have a fair amount of clothing for them. I also want to bring the jackets down, so I'm going to expand that. Because for a caravan, when we pack up these prisoners to leave, the packing spot should be around here. I'm deleting the campfires. I should probably have kept the campfire in their cell, though, because they are not going to be able to stay warm. Also, ideally, Wolf, you'll wake up and have a beer and then help. Oh, there's another berserk. Yeah, we don't want them all unconscious. It would make it very, very difficult to caravan them back home. But I can't stop them from being berserk. Psychic drones are no good. Wolf, are you getting hurt? Oh, he punched out Chief. Alright, more people to then patch up. I'm going to make sure that these guys all get herbal meds. I have plenty of herbal meds. So let's go ahead and tend to them. Still don't have anyone patching up poor Tom, who got beaten up by DQ. Alright, Nax got his leg. Cool. Alright, nice and warm in there. I'm going to feed them and tend to them. Something Nara should be doing, but she's sleeping. I guess that makes sense. She's... Oh, Josh shattered. I guess dentures. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and operate. Add some dentures in. That must have been from the social fight. Yep. Good old dentures, right? Alright, and the surgery was a success. You guys that are up ought to be hauling this clothing down. So what I'm going to do temporarily is just to remove apparel from up here, and they will haul it in. Alright, so Wolf is taking care of all the prisoners as best he can. The Wild Dad, Wild Man heading north with a bunch of meat. Speaking of meat, I don't know why this reminded me of that, let's turn these back over to rice. We got some hops harvest out of that, but we're still definitely hurting on rice. So I guess this arm will go to one of the prisoners once they're back and recruited. I'm not going to give a bionic arm to a prisoner that has not agreed to join us. That would be a mistake. Juret, I'm going to go and force the... Oh, we need food for you guys too. So I'm going to unrestrict you. I'm actually going to recruit them and have them consume a meal and then unrecruit and send them back. Checking the assignments. I'm sure this got messed up a little bit. Griffin, Poppy, Gob. Gob is NPM. Griffin, you are no lavish. Alright. More social fighting. No. Hugh definitely did not win. Isn't Hugh a wimp? Yeah, Hugh's a wimp, so he was never going to win. All of our wimps are taking dives. Actually, Menmi, you're not even the right person to do that. You should be constructing. Lavish meals will be made out of milk. Fine meals. I'm going to start queuing up the lavish meals for our prison. The psychic drone stopped, which is wonderful. Alright, none of them are critically wounded. What I might want to do is wait for the plague to pass before I send them all home. What I'm going to do right now is to put Nara and Wolf's bed down there. Tending yourself and Tom. Alright, Wolf, if you're heading down here, let's just bring the bed. Which they're going to stay down there for a bit. Alright, so all the nice warm clothing is ready to be used. Wolf and Nara, there's your bed. Do we have a bed for Kamassia? No, we don't have a bed for Kamassia. Alright, let's set one up for now. A psychic soothe. Well, that's Randy saying, sorry, you survived, but here's my apology. Starvation, DQ. I'm gonna wake him up and have him eat. So we have plenty of food. There's really no need to be starving. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is, in this zone, critical apparel, I want to move the pants in there, because one of them doesn't have pants. Yeah, Negative Epiphany doesn't have pants. I think the rest of them aren't naked, but Negative Epiphany is indeed naked. Once they're in caravan transit, I'll have them... I'll strip their flak and stuff off. I just don't want to full strip them, because that's kind of annoying. Making sure none of our drugs are tied up, and they're not. Good. We're getting a lot of more tea made. The rice harvest was nice, because now we can make meals. Where is Jarrett? Restrictions. Jarrett. Oops. There we go. Fix that. He was off, not romancing. Alright, the wild guys are done. They just got to Black Lake. And then I'm gonna have... Yeah, see, this bridge is definitely useful. Then I'm gonna have maybe someone that has high trade go and... Oh, another bionic leg. Issy needs one. Issy has a wooden foot. Health. What is that? Right. I just need to make sure that my doctors aren't high on smoke leaf. You know what I could do? Actually, let's go ahead and, rather than to run that risk ever, let's just fix it. Manage drug policies. So we have no drugs and rec drugs. Doctor drugs. So what I'm going to do is the... What is it? Beer every day, 78. And psychite every day, every 2 days, 88. Alright. So manage doctor drugs. Beer every day. If mood is below 78. Because having one beer and doing the surgery is fine. But smoked leaf is not fine for doctors, so I might as well fix that. Below 88. And ambrosia, if below 25, don't carry one. Okay. And then our doctors. You shouldn't be a doctor. 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 Okay. We're going to restrict herring. If you're a doctor, I guess you're going to need to dress like one. Oh, Depends will never do drugs because she has the teetotaler trait. So that's super convenient. Where's Bob? Where's our other doctor? And then Bob, I'm also going to not make him a charge lancer. He's a doctor. So Bob, switch your gun out. So the doctors have the Thrumble Fur hats and Thrumble Fur jackets. What are their dress attire? I don't recall. Yep, Thrumble Fur jackets and hats. Okay. So I'll have to craft that up for Herring. Herring's becoming one of our doctors again. Oof. Look at the plasteel I have. None. The answer is none. The moisture pumps, most of them fully extended, not all of them. So I'll break those down. Which is extending first? Alright, so I can break all those down, save some power, because my batteries are a little low. Okay, the mood here is... Okay, Negative Epiphany is now wearing pants and developed an immunity. So it is time to probably wait till daybreak and then caravan these guys out. Their malnutrition is also... A lot of them are trivial or moderate, which means they'll be able to walk home a little easier. And we're reducing the resistance appropriately. It's just a crack to the bionic arm, my friend. You shouldn't be that wounded. What I'm going to need to do is to queue up a nice stockpile of NPM Why is this here anyway? I don't even remember why we have an electric stove here. I'm just gonna switch that off. Is the warg... Oh, no, the... Oh, it's funny. The wolf is still hunting even though there's, like, dead bodies everywhere to eat. I guess they have a dietary preference. Alright, I don't think they're gonna put these jackets on. So I'll just take them out. And we are plowing through our NPM there. It's totally fine. We have plenty of it. Poppy with the work frenzy. Nice, because, you know, you're locked up in romance prison. So that's super, super useful. At least they're very, very happy. Well, some of them are very, very happy. Alright, Kritos. Gonna have him break down all these moisture pumps, and this will allow me to expand my wall south. The problem is I am a little bit out of granite. So that's another issue that I have. I'm going to need to mine some granite up and craft it into blocks or find granite walls or something in order to expand my walls further. So here's granite walls that I can order to deconstruct and remove floors. It's not a lot of granite though. There is, of course, let me view overhead mountain. Alright, there's no overhead mountain here. I guess it wouldn't really matter if this becomes an infestation. Big deal. The spiders are would be so unbelievably far from the base. They would not pose a threat. Alright, so that's some granite. All this mountain is granite as well, isn't it? Is this going to crush anyone? Just in case it does. I'll only mine out the radius. And because we shipped all of our clothing away, we're just making better clothing as a result. So, win, 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 win. Alright, needs. Time to go to sleep. Everybody, go to sleep. Mr. Velik, I guess while you're doing up your crafting storm, let's go ahead and make a jacket, not a toque, a bowler hat out of Thrumbo. That's supposed to be for the doctors. Oops. And then a jacket out of Thrumbo for the doctors as well. And then Herring will look like a doc. She has inspired surgery. Issy. Oh, I gave her an arm? Oh well. That's fine. The bloodless people can be more more bionic than others because they benefit from it. Because I use them for combat. Health, disease, immunity, margin. Alright. Griffin's in the clear. Gob is very much in the clear. So no issues there. Hugh, welcome back to the world of the living. James, you too. I'm gonna just get them assault rifles before I forget. Herring. This Panthera bowler hat is supposed to be Trekkintosh's. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm probably never going to remember to not unforbid or whatever, but whatever. I'll deal with it. All right, so you wear that bowler hat, and your jacket's getting done. Let's go caravan these guys out. So all the prisoners, Wolf, Nara, Camassia, Deef, you guys don't belong down there. Brawler, Phoebe. It's just the ascetics. All right, now for items. Bring the wool. Probably don't need all that meat. I'm gonna leave the drugs because some of these prisoners had addictions, and I don't specifically remember which addictions they had. I'm gonna leave the weapons as well. For, you know, I don't think they can arm themselves, but yeah. All right, so we're rounding everyone up. All of the other ascetics are going to be left behind, which was the plan all along. Now we have pretty decent security building up here. So what I need to do is the enemies will enter from here. And no, we might not be able to force them like that, just because I don't have another cutout. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to sandbag it up a little bit. And then we're going to need some auto turrets and other styled turrets there as well. Why was Griffin up? Masterwork thrown before jacket. Cool. I'm going to have depends scoop that up before herring does, because I care about depends a lot more than herring. No offense, herring. Oh, she also had masterwork on. Bob? You also have everyone has masterwork. Okay, cool. Well, today I learn. So I am attempting... Wow, we are just sort of stuck using all of our kibble. Okay, we just got a hay harvest, so hopefully we stop using the rice for kibble. But as you can see, that is not the case. So this forever. This kibble is. Let's get rid of that. And hopefully the top section will kibble up properly. Alright, at this rate, that's probably my last chem fuel. I think I'm good. How is the granite going? Well enough. Just gonna use Kritos here. I'm definitely not gonna use her as inspired trade. She is feeble and infirm and slow. Sorry, Kritos. I know I'm picking on you, but... Alright, so all the prisoners are now... Big old exodus here. I'm going to start to remove the stockpiles and carry stuff home. Endelos is still hunting. Issy with the bionics. Griffin is back on his feet. He really ought to put his gun back on. That plague got all the way up to extreme. I'm glad I sent him home when I did. Who is not zone restricted who is able to deliver to the romance prison? Oh, maybe the animals. Do I have the animals on this tile? Yes, I do. Okay, that explains a lot. I was wondering how they were constantly resupplied with the food that I intended for them to have. But yeah, now I see it in action. The bears and wolves are bringing... that's pretty cool. The bears and wolves are delivering food like that. I'm okay with this. These boom rats better not have bonds. Bonded to Cupid. Ugh. Cupid, quit bonding with them. They are mobile IEDs. And the annoying thing is, okay, so some of the animals I'm just gonna have to train because they have bonds. So I'll suck it up. Alright. We gotta get out of this cell quick so I can put warmer clothing on these prisoners. Who are we waiting for? Chief? Alright. Gotta do it fast, man. All the remaining ascetics are going to be set to tidy up this zone. I'm just going to go and deconstruct everything. Come on, Chief. Oh, cauterize is who we're waiting on. Because what's going to happen is they're going to become hypothermic. Not immediately, but I really need to put warmer clothing on them, or it's going to turn bad. They ran out of food, but that's fine. Gear. You are going to be clothed. Let's take all the flak away. Ideally, take all the hyperweave away too, and set them all up with nice clothing. Hyperweave because it's it protects them a lot. I might need to give some flak pants back. That's okay. Toque. So the people with parkas don't have toques, and the people with, yeah. I think they'll be warm enough like that. Synth red shirt. Oh, there we go. Alright, everyone has like, yeah, they ought to be fine temperature-wise now. They are, in fact, out of food, though. So, just so that we don't have any issues, I'm going to just send them a little care package of food. We have a lot of pemmican. The top pemmican is way more rotten than the bottom pemmican, so we'll send 500 of this stuff. And we'll get that going. And then their prison cell is... I guess I can heat it a little bit better. Animals. Ranch. And I guess I can herbal med them all. I can afford it. I have plenty of herbal meds. In case something befalls them. We've been unloading the Animals. All right, now we're hauling all the... Yep. Hauling all the granite, which is good. Once I have enough granite that I think I can build those external walls, I'll go ahead and do it. I don't want to get it done too early because I don't want incomplete walls. I guess what I could do is I could queue up external walls now and leave the old ones in place. Alright. That looks good. Honestly, if I'm going like this, I could reclaim a lot of this space. Let's see. Some of this is overhead mountain, actually, so let me not incorporate that. I did put cabling down to prevent overhead mountain problems. And I'll continue to do that, probably. Okay. And then this zone will need to be cut. And that reclaims a fair swath of space. I'll set up some additional moisture pumps down here once I have this built out. I don't want to invest too much into the base because I do hope to be leaving soon. So I want to limit the amount of big construction projects I invest in. Alright, that's enough food. I just don't want the already malnourished people to be further malnourished. Nice. Now, my home tile, let's see. Do we have ascetic people left? Yeah, Griffin can go back north. Now that he's not plagued. I think just Griffin. So form caravan. Where is he? Where is Griffin? Oh, he's right at the top. And now that the prisoners are going to be in the prison cells, I can really think about preparing to fire up the ship, which is pretty cool. Gobbo, why are you break risking? Because, yeah, traveling this far out of the base sucks. That's one of the negative things of a large world tile. Is the travel time is bad. Some of these dudes are just gonna melt away into the marsh. They're getting pretty close. Same with the weapons. Once again proving if you ignore a problem long enough, it might disappear for you. Oh, I wish that was always true. Alright, so that's a big old caravan coming. DQ, Tom, and Val are set to tidy up this zone. Raid. Oh, micro raid. Coming to Endelos. They're setting up a while. Their weapons are mostly puny. And that means that I will send backup that likes to kill things. Launch group. Alright, you two. I am going to lift restrictions. Juror wants to get in on this murder. I know it. 0 Day does too, so I'm going to indulge their bloodlust. Who else wants to join? Issy? Alright, the three of you are super well armed and armored. As long as 0 Day doesn't have a mental break, I think we're good. Who's caravanning? Wait, I'm really confused. I set someone up to caravan out? Oh, and this should be rice. Alright, Issy, where are you? Alright, so the Blacklight caravan is here. And these prisoners are going to be... I'm not going to wait. Don't unload them. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... have them... I want to take them to the bed. There we go. Penguin. That sounded wrong. I know how that sounded. That's not what I meant. Don't strip them. I want to sort of like manually escort them. If that makes sense. Okay, you don't, Warden. That way, less things can go wrong in transit. Deef, what about you? And then I'll have to fix all the wardening. No, I don't want to... strip reserved by... Oh, there we go. There we go. And then the last one. Who's closest? Wild man. It's going to be you. Providing you cannot warden. Alright, Deef. Phoebe. You don't warden either. Cupid. Alright. All the prisoners are being escorted as to avoid any unfortunate mishaps or whatever. Good. Swell. Wunderbar. Alright, at this point, after this limestone block, I'm going to say we're good to... Oh, you know what? Griffin was going north, but he is about to break, so I'm definitely going to give him a little bit of R&R. Alright, Mr. Deke. Don Quixote. No more blocks. Grey Slayers are beginning assault. Issy, did you ever get loaded into those pods? Yes, cool. Have arrived. Alright, 0 Day has a sniper rifle, which is not really an ideal weapon for the job, but whatever. Oh, they're splitting up. Interesting. Well, the problem is I'm going to kill 2, and then the other 2 are going to flee, and that's going to suck, because I want to kill them. Jarrett definitely wants to kill something. I know this to be true. Donk. So I'm going to leave this one to the shooters. Because Jarrett... weakened movement because of the bashing of the legs. So hopefully we can chase these guys down. I know it seems like I'm a little bloodthirsty, but I'm just trying to improve moods here. It's just about the mood. All right, Issy, you better take a good shot. Veronica. Nope, that's not a good shot. All right, you guys, you tried, but it did not work out. Let's go, oops, back to world and form a caravan where you bring meat and blue fur and whatever. Wow, 1 steel? Wow, all right, so we were at max capacity with the meat and blue fur. And head on out of there. Oh, we were using prisoners to haul stuff, which is rather hilarious to me. Because I want to... Oh, wow, we are out of space. Because I wanted to befriend these guys, I'm going to let them keep eating the... what am I trying to say? Keep eating the pemmican over something more gross. So what I'm going to do is to send a care package to an ally, mostly just because I have a lot of junk and I want to get rid of it. Yes, you know what? Let's do a trade run instead. That seems more sane. So what I'll do is grab Luna. I'm going to have to switch her weapon. And maybe Panther too, just so I have 2 people. I mean, I'll load them up with a little bit more stuff. Panther, Luna, and I don't know. Sheba. I'm just sort of making it up as I go. And we'll load up everything that's damaged. I wish this tab was a little bit wider because sometimes it's hard to see what is damaged and what isn't. Pretty much everything on this list is damaged. Alright, and then I also want them to bring a lot of the leathers, because plain leather doesn't make for good armor, but I can trade it. And same with light leather. I don't suspect I'll be killing a lot of panthers, so I'll bring that as well. Keeping the wool. And choosing the route heading... Oops, nope, heading south. I'll also load up some food and survival meals. All right. I don't know if they'll adhere to a caravan packing spot, but hopefully. So Sheba, you're going to be able to eat travel meals. What is travel meals again? I don't exactly recall. Food restrictions. Hold on. There's a lot of weird food restrictions. So travel meals is just survival meals. Okay. So with Sheba, Luna, and who else? Panther. Yes. All right. Good, good, good. And this way, we will then be able to haul the flat clothing out of here because it was our stockpile was basically full. Wardens. Let's go fix this. We had a lot of temporary wardens that ought not to be. So 14 and up, I would say it's a pretty good standard. All right, Mr. Valentin, you don't need to clean this zone anymore. And leave that door open for ease of removal. DQ went from combat berserk to happy. I like it. Transpo crash. Wilkerson. Kind, industrious shooter. Yes, you know what? I will, in fact, save you. And maybe I'll just rescue you and maybe you'll join us. You're a space refugee. You're 18 years old. You have good traits. So I'm totally okay with that. Alright, so the bloodlust people are leaving the hunting outpost with all that meat. I don't really care about the pork rotting away in storage. I was hoping that these animals would eat more of the corpses, and the corpses would go away. Now that it's midwinter, so there's not going to be a lot of decay, as far as that's concerned. Wolf and Phoebe. Clearly, I need to do some restrictions here. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of restrictions. Okay, let's fix this. Everyone here should be cannibal zoned. Wolf, this is your bed with Nara. Jiret is away. Cupid. That's not your bed. This is not your bed either. This is Deep's. And Endelos is away. Alright, that's all squared away. But, you know what occurs to me? I am way up over my time. So this is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for bearing with me during that prisoner debacle. A quick reminder, today is vote day. So if you'd like to, Rhadamant.com or the announcement sections of Discord. And then I'm going to roll credits. So thank you all to the patrons that are included in the credit screen. There are some other patrons that are not, just because they haven't submitted their pawns to me. But I wanted to say the reason I went to such great effort for the Ancient Danger recruit is because they were all patrons. All 6 of those pawns were designed by patrons to be included in this series. If you would like to have your pawn included in the series, just check out my website and you'll get details about that. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.